Was it fun for you though, like trolling with the whole idea of the clone thing? I mean, like, because when you watch the interview, right, like you see that you had a smirk at times and that you acted like almost in a trance or robotic, but then like other times you kind of broke the character and spoke normally like you do now.
Um, I constantly smile as a force of habit, just by being in the Raelian movement. That's one thing they do teach you is smiling. It releases those chemicals in the brain, and it also is contagious, like a yawn. If I yawn over the phone, there's a likeliness of you yawning on the other end, even though we're like miles away. But it's just one of those universal things. A smile is just the same. So like even me smiling as I'm saying this sentence, it's like kind of I can see it's kind of hard for you not to smile right now.
Right.
I see it. You know what I'm saying? So like it's contagious, and I'll have that like that kind of a habit of doing so. So I think that's why I was smiling in a lot of those clips on that part. But as far as being focused and kind of robotic, like I'd have to give the credit to New Vigil and Alpha Brain. Like I said, I was on neurotropics that were enhancing my cognitive functions. So perhaps that's why I seemed a bit robotic at times, because it kind of does make you a bit machine-like. Those pills make you a bit limitless.
So what was like your immediate reaction when you saw that it became viral?
You know, to be honest, I didn't care. I was too onto what's the next thing because it was like, all right, that gear went off. Now it's time to shift in the second. Get that gear, and then run through each one and shift to third and fourth. And this is the only way I'm gonna really hit this strip if I'm dragging it. I got to really just pedal to the metal and just keep it on to the next gear. So I didn't react emotionally. And I think that kind of affected me in a negative way, so to speak, because I wasn't affected emotionally by anything. I never really enjoyed the success that I was surrounded around, which probably played a major role too into the usage of the drugs I was partaking around these people too. I just seen it was a bunch of sad people, and it just misery needs company, and that's why I had made that song is because misery does need company. I know it's a club, and these social events are essentially clubs for miserable people,
Right.
and you go there to keep each other company to try to say how can we share ideas to make each other happy or share drinks and stories, but I'm alone and I'm sad. And even though I'm surrounded by people constantly at work and at home, I still somehow feel alone. And I got infected with that feeling, because I was around others. Similar to the yawn and the smile, things like this are contagious. People have to understand that we are energy. And I didn't understand that at that time. I wasn't viewing the world from that level yet. I was still growing, I guess spiritually, some might say. But me, I would say consciously. So at that time, yeah, it was just fucked, man. It was just very dark around those kind of energy, that kind of people, until I disassociated myself and was able to have good people around me. People who are like minded, and then now being contagious by talking to a billionaire on the phone. Like talking to a multimillionaire in real estate or something, or someone who has built tens of millions of dollars in a few short months for themselves off of leveraging credit. I try to like talk to different people and see, and try to learn what's the next thing. How are you eating? Closed mouth doesn't get fed. So if I see someone eating well, I'm going to ask, like, how are you eating so well? Because I want to eat that too as well. I never want to be starving. Or if I'm well enough, how do I have my future children be able to eat as good as you? Because you got more than enough on your plate to spare. So what is it? And I've never been shy to ask that. That's one thing about me. Never been fucking shy to ask, like, how are you getting that, bro? Even when I was in the streets, I saw somebody chilling, bro, got the new car, the Rollie. I'm like, he's on to something, bro. That's how I know about majority of these like methods and scams is because I was fucking ass. Before it was a thing for niggas to charge for methods. Like growing up as a kid, a nigga would just tell you if he was real and you knew him, he was cool. He's like, all right, look, bro, here's what you do. You're gonna get a little, and tell you the little method. You're like, okay, say less. I'm on it. Like, I'm about to get the bag too. I make more than 5 racks. I'm gonna circle back on you. Get a little gift. But yeah, that's how I've always been, man.